Hello guys, welcome once again to this episode of Canva's channel. We want to share some information with you regarding Liyeplimal. Like you read it on the thumbnail, about 2 weeks ago, Binance announced that Liyeplimal is a scam. So we want to share some information with you. They call it rug pull. They call it rug pull. We will take some reading on that and also go into detail of what is rug pull and how to identify a project that is rug pull. Stay connected. If you are new to this channel, please smash the subscribe button to subscribe and activate the notification bell, and also like and share the video. If you have any comment, please kindly drop it in the comment section. So stay connected. Hi guys, welcome back once again to this episode of Canva's channel. Before we move on, I want to draw your attention on something that may help some people who want the videos to be translated into other languages. I want to show you here the CC, the closed caption. I mentioned it already in one of my videos, and here again I want to draw attention on the fact that you can actually translate the language of the video into several languages. Here, like this is a closed caption, the CC, so it's now off. So when I press here, it will be on. That is it. Here I made it auto-generated French. So when you put it on, you come to settings. So settings, you see in settings you see here start out of French auto generated. When you press here, it will bring you here. So it will show you French auto generated auto translate. So when you click on auto translate, it will bring you all the languages you can actually translate the language of the video into. So you can see all the languages are here. From here, Afrikaans, Albania, or Arabic, or there are plenty languages YouTube has made available to for the video to be translated into. You see, they are all here. Plenty. Hausa, Greek, all the plenty language, Japanese, a lot of languages you can actually translate the video into. So if maybe you want the video to be translated in your own language, so here is the option. You can do that and have it in your language so that you can understand what the video is about. So pour nos frères francophones, je disais donc que pour avoir la langue de la vidéo traduite en d'autres langues, il suffit d'activer le sous-titre closed caption here, ici. Vous activez ça ici. Une fois que c'est activé, vous venez sur settings ou bien paramètres, et puis vous cliquez sur CC et ça vous amène ici. Vous cliquez sur auto translate ou bien auto traduction et ça vous donne les langues. Donc merci et restez connectés. Welcome back. Let's take this through quickly. This Binance platform, Binance Africa, their platform. So we've been informed that a company named Liyeplimal abruptly performed a rag pull, a common scam where the team behind the project takes off with users' funds. Binance does not render any services or collaborate in any capacity with Liyeplimal. Guys, you listen to that. Contrary to what we've been told. Great. Continue. We are aware that LIMOCOINS and SIMCoin Liyeplimal tokens currently run on the BNB chain. Blockchains like BNB chain are decentralized. That is the blockchain, yes. Community driven and open source. Open source, when it is open source, is free, it can do anything on it. Binance does not have any control or influence over projects that are built on the network. That is it. So here you have, as the DeFi space continues to grow, we would like to encourage every investor to do extensive research. As a company, we dedicate significant resources to creating free educational material to help users stay connected, stay protected against scams. So that is Binance for you, right? So that is Binance position. Liyeplimal is a rug pull. We should be very, very careful. Great. Let's check CoinMarketCap. This is what CoinMarketCap is saying about Liyeplimal. We have received report that this project has disabled withdrawals. Click here for more detail. Financial regulators in Central Africa, Canada, and Angola have also issued warnings to investors. Please do your own due diligence. LIMOCOINS swap. So this is what CoinMarketCap is saying about LIMOCOINS swap, about Liyeplimal. So the detail here. The detail here. Let's see the detail. Celtic security leaderboard replying to the Celtic community. So there's something the CEO has implied that he is in talks with and working with Binance to list his project, which is not true. So this is another project. You see, this is another project, Celtic. So the CEO implies that he's in talk with Binance to list his project, and they are saying here that 2 BEP20 tokens are linked to this scam. You understand? So these 2 tokens, these are the LIMOCOINS swap and the SIMCoin. You see, so maybe those behind this Liyeplimal are now trying to go to create another coin. They have another project, and then they lie that they are in talks with the CEO. The CEO rather implied that he is in talk with Binance to list Celtic security leaderboard, and they are telling us how we should be very careful. This project, this Celtic project, is linked to this. Is linked to these 2, LIMOCOINS swap and SIMCoin. As you can read it, 2 BEP tokens are linked to this scam. This Celtic is linked to LIMOCOINS swap and SIMCoin swap. So that is what we are reading here, guys. Now let's dive into what is rug pull. Let's take a read of rug pull. Great. So what is rug pull? A rug pull is a malicious maneuver. Actually, we've done some research around this rug pull, and this is what we summarize here. So a rug pull is a malicious maneuver in the cryptocurrency industry where crypto developers abandon a project and run away with investors' funds. Rug pulls usually happen in the decentralized finance DeFi ecosystem, especially on DEX, where malicious individuals create a token and list it on DEX, then pair it with a leading cryptocurrency like Ethereum. So you understand that. So our case here, LIMOCOIN swap is paired with USDT, right? Once a significant amount of unsuspecting investors swap their ETH, that is Ethereum, for the listed token. So in our case here, we'll talk about USDT. So when you swap your USDT with the token, with the LIMOCOIN swap, the creators then withdraw everything from the liquidity pool, driving the coin price to zero. You understand? So the coin creators may even create a temporary hype around Telegram, Twitter, and social media platform, and initially inject a substantial amount of liquidity into their pool to cultivate investors' confidence. So, guys, just here we can understand a whole lot of things. Understand? If today LIMOCOIN swap is equal to zero, this what we can take from it. The creators then withdraw everything from the liquidity pool, driving the coin's price to zero. Withdraw everything from the liquidity pool. That means in the liquidity pool, once the investors brought their money, their Ethereum or their USDT here, in our case, to take LIMOCOIN, the creators then draw all the USDT out of the liquidity pool. That is what's bringing the LIMOCOIN swap down. So you get it, and then we witness this where they create hype around Telegram, Twitter, Instagram, all over. At that time, you could see that the LIMOCOIN actually was around $15, $12. You see, and then they say initially they inject a substantial amount of liquidity into their pool to cultivate investor confidence. So you see, when it's like that, they injected some money. So the coin at that time, or the token at that time, had some value. But the scenario that followed is that once people brought money in, then they pull everything, and then the token dropped. Let's continue. Rug pools thrive on DEXs because these types of exchanges allow users to list tokens for free and without audit. You understand? So that's their decentralized exchanges, like decentralized, like Uniswap, MetaMask, PancakeSwap. So these are the DEX. You understand? DEX are like, there is no control audit on them. So this is what they are telling us. So unlike in centralized cryptocurrencies exchanges, furthermore, creating tokens on open source blockchain protocol like Ethereum is easy and free. So you can see, if you refer here to what BINANCE said, that they are open source. I mean, they said the blockchain system is like open source, so everyone can even create a token on it, and that they don't have control on that. You understand? And it is free, easy to create. So malicious actors use these two factors to their advantage. So because it's free, easy, no control, no audit, malicious actors use it to their advantage. So note that the central exchanges such as Uniswap algorithmically determine the prices of tokens in a pool depending on the availability of available balances. To ensure you don't fall victim to a rug pool, check the liquidity in a pool. That is number one. We'll come into detail of this. We'll see how you can actually be aware of a rug pool. So the alternatives are to not fall victim. You should check the liquidity in a pool. However, this is only the first step. You must also check if there is a lock in the tokens pool. That is, if the liquidity is locked in the pool. As for centralized exchanges, the liquidity is always locked because there is control on that. The liquidity is locked for a certain time, I think 3 for 5 years. That is on the case. That is centralized exchanges. Liquidities are always locked for a certain period of time. But on DEX, no, they are not locked. Most of them are not locked. So the investors can easily pull them and then go away with your funds. So guys, let's keep this in mind. Most reputable projects lock pool liquidity for a certain period. Another major characteristic of a possible rug pull is a coin skyrocketing in price within hours. For example, a rug pull coin can move from 0 to 50 times within 24 hours. This trick is meant to drive FOMO. That leads more people to invest in the token. So you see, here they are talking about something very interesting. FOMO. Actually, FOMO is even used in how to call it in marketing, right? So it's fear of missing out. FOMO, fear of missing out something. So in our case here, you see, when they do all this marketing on social platforms and they inject money into the pool, you understand? So you see that the coin can the token, the value can skyrocket within some hours. That's what they are saying. It can even go 50 times. You see, and then when it is like that, then you investor, it's like you are missing out something. It's like, hey, this project is an opportunity. I just have to jump in quickly and grab it, because the way the price is going high, it will be a good opportunity to buy it now, so that I can make some profit. So in doing this, investors jump into it, buy the token or the coin, buy it, and then after some time, when the malicious people, these creators, draw the money you put in from the liquidity pool, then you see that the token or the coin starts dropping. In my previous video, I mentioned that this coin, just have a look at it and then you see what will happen. If there's no liquidity in their pool, and if the investors are not ready to inject liquidity into the system, that is, I mentioned it, buy back into the system for the token to get some value, the value will be going down, and we are witnessing this. If you check my last video, maybe I'll put the link here, you see that the time I made the video up to now, you see how the token, this token is going down and down. So that is the characteristics of this rug pull situation. Let's continue. In order for a project to be deemed unruggable, it means that there are not a significant amount of token held by the development team. So another point is here. So if a project is not a rug pull, you see that the holders, that is what they're saying. It means that there are not a significant amount of token held by development team. Exactly. So that means if a project is not a rug pull, you see that the holders of the coin will not be, the majority of the holders of the token or the coin will not be the development team. We'll come to this. We'll come to this holders issue. I will show you those who are holding this token for you to see. For you to see what this means. For you to see, for you to identify if this is a rug pull or not a rug pull, if Liyeplimal or LIMOCOINS web is a rug pull or not a rug pull. I will show you it right now. So let's keep an eye on it. Holders should not be the development team, right? Without a signature large amount of team held tokens that could be taken in a rug pull or exit camp, a project could be considered unraggable. So that's the team, same thing. That is the development team of the project. Re-announces ownership of any token, like token they would have acquired during a pre-sales. You understand? So during a pre-sales, the development team, they can get some kind of token, some amount of token. So if re-announces again some token, this point is actually it's like joining the first raid. So just like the develop team doesn't own much of the tokens, right? Okay, so that is summary of rug pull, how to identify a rug pull system. So let's see here what is rug pull cryptocurrency. So another definition is here. Rug pull is a type of crypto scam that occurs when a team pumps their project token before disappearing with the funds, leaving the investors with valueless assets. Rug pull happen when fraudulent developers create a new crypto token, pump up the price, and then pull as much as value out of them as possible before abandoning them as the price drop to zero. Rug pull are type of exit scam and a decentralized finance exploit. So before learning how to spot a rug pull in crypto and why crypto rug pull happen, it helps to understand the three different type of rug pull. So these are the type of rug pull we have here. There are three main type of rug pull in cryptos: liquidity stealing, limiting sell or limiting sell orders, and dumping. So we'll not get into detail of this, but if you like to have this, just drop a comment in the comment section and then we'll be glad to send it to you. So but let's that is a summary of the rug pull and how to identify what is rug pull. Now how to avoid the rug pull, that should be our focus here. Now how to avoid a rug pull in crypto, how to avoid rug pull in a crypto. So we mentioned that we'll show you something very interesting about the holders. So let's get into this. Let's show you what they are saying here about the holders. Let's show you something here. So we read that for a project not be unraggable, for a project to be unraggable, that is for a project not to be a rug pull. They said the holders, the development team should not have or should not hold a greater portion of the tokens. So let's see what is happening here in the holders. They said top 1,000 holders from a total of 85,441 holders. So right now, holders of this token are here 85,400 plus. So let's see, and the listed the first 1,000 here. And these are the first 1,000 holders of the LIMOCOIN swap. So let's check to see the holders here. How many people have the greater portion of this token? Alright, great. I think here you have some transactions here. What is happening with the LIMOCOIN swap? 48 seconds ago, there were some quantity amount of transactions here. 48 seconds. Just now, so the transactions are going on. 51 seconds ago, 8,000 LIMOCOIN swap. So let's see our holder. This is our main focus here. Let's check. So first holder, this man is the first one, and he's holding how many? 465,931,557. So 460, let's say 466 million coin or tokens. LIMOCOIN swap, the token. This man alone have 466 million, and there is about 28% of the total holding. My goodness, this is the supply. 1,650,000 million. Oh, total supply. This is 1 billion. Total supply of the LIMOCOIN swap. We have 1,650 million. That is the LIMOCOIN swap supply. 1,650 million. And then in this one, all this is being held by 85,432 addresses, or let's say people. So now this man alone has 465,931,557 equivalent to 466 million. This man alone, 28% of this. So the second one is 169,858,134. It is 10%. Understand? Good. And this one, 159 million. Another one here, 151 million, 121, 132 million, 151 million. This one, 121 million, 100 million, 37 million, 37 million, 900 something coin, 21 million, 16 million, 10 million, 6 million, 5 million, 5 million again here. So let's see, let's just take this to see. 28% plus 10, you have 38, right? 38, 5. 38 plus, let's say 10, so 48 plus 48 plus 7, 48 plus 9, that is 57, right? 57 plus 7, that is 64, plus 6, 70. Already only 6 holders, 70% of the total supply. You see that the project is raggable. You see that the project is a rag pool. It presents a characteristic of a rag pool. They mention it clearly. For a project not to be a rag pool, or for a project to be unraggable, team holders should not have majority. And you can see who said that. Even the CEO, maybe this is the CEO, and then who knows if he's not the same persons here, same person here, maybe only one person. So we can see that only 6 people have 70% of the supplies. Over 80,000 plus holders, only 6 has 70%. Only 6 holders have 70% of the supply. Only 6. Only 6. So if we descend this one, 37 million. So 2, we are here, 72, 1, and 1 again. So that is 3, 4. So if you add this, so 5. So let's say the first 10, this holder, the first 10 holders have 75% of the total supply. Guys, what do you think? It means simple that these people, any little action they will take, any little steps, any little thing they will do, the price of the token will drop. You understand? Because they have the majority. Only 5, only 10 have 75%. You understand? So every little move, like if they release some amount of coin into the market, that means the price will just drop. They have the control over the price. We others, you and I, we are not existent. You and I, we don't exist. Yes, we don't exist. We cannot control this price. We cannot control the price of the token. We can't control the price. Only few, and it is clear CEO and his, close managers. That is where we are. So this is to show you exactly what the definition of the how to identify a project which is raggable is here. In order for people to be deemed unraggable, it means that there are not a significant amount of token held by the development team. You can see it clearly. Here we have only 10 holders have 75% of the supply, which is clear for all of us. So let's continue with the avoidance. So how to avoid a rug pull in a crypto? There are several clear signs that investors can watch out for to protect themselves from rug pulls, such as the liquidity not being locked. We mentioned that in the introduction, and no external audit having been conducted. Exactly. So audit, liquidity pool, and holders. These 3 things are very important here. The following are 6 signs users should watch out for to protect their assets from crypto rug pulls. So unknown or anonymous developers. Investors should consider the credibility of the people behind any crypto project. Are the developers? So credibility of the developers. Very key. So are the developers and promoters known in the crypto community? Here, Liyeplimal, they told us that the CEO several times boast that he's a trading master, a trading guru in crypto. So this is what we heard. Now, what is their track record? If the development team has been doxed, but it's not well known, like dogs, like they are versed, they are very versed in the system, in the crypto system. They are good, they are powerful, but they are well known. Do they still appear legitimate and able to deliver on their promises? Investors should be skeptical of new and easily fake social media accounts and profile. The quality of the project white paper, website, and other media should offer clues about the project's overall legitimacy. So the white paper website, anonymous project developers could be a red flag. Could be a red flag. While it is true that the world's original and largest, anonymous here, I think for Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto have not been known up to now. So while it is true that the world's original and largest cryptocurrency was developed by Satoshi Nakamoto, who remains anonymous to this day, times are changing. That is true. We are, compared to Satoshi times and cool. Now, they are malicious people, honestly. Everybody wants to make money by all means. So this what we should be very very careful. Times are changing. No liquidity lock. So now credibility of the developers, liquidity lock. We talk about this. One of the easiest way to distinguish a scam coin from legitimate cryptocurrency is to check if the currency is liquidity locked. With no liquidity lock on the token supply in place, nothing stops the project creators from running off with the entirety of the liquidity. Liquidity is secure through time-locked smart contracts, ideally lasting 3 to 5 years. If you recall, I mentioned this already. This happens with centralized exchanges. The liquidity is locked for this period of time. So 3 to 5 years from the token initial offering. While developers can custom scripts their own time locks, third-party lockers can provide greater peace of mind. Investors should also check the percentage of the liquidity pool that has been locked. Exactly. A lock is only helpful in proportion to the amount of the liquidity pool it secures, known as total value lock (TVL). This figure should be between 80 or 100%. So the liquidity pool, the total amount of supply, the liquidity pool at least should be secure. You understand? The liquidity pool should be secure for a period of time. At least 80% of that should be secure, should be locked. Exactly. Limit on sell orders. A bad actor can code a token to restrict the selling ability of certain investors. So this is another aspect of Rapo. We mentioned 3 types. So in this one, they say bad actor can code a token to restrict the selling ability of certain investors and not others. So these selling restrictions are hallmark signs of scam projects. So you understand. So the token will be only sold to a certain people and not all, and not others. So this, you understand, that is a kind of trick. Since selling restrictions are very in code, it can be difficult to identify whether there is fraudulent activity. So one of the ways to test this is to purchase a tiny amount of the coin, of the new coin, and then immediately attempt to sell it. Well, exactly to see, and then attempt immediately to sell it. If there are problems of frauding what you just purchased, then the project is likely to be a scam. This is interesting, right? So skyrocketing price movement with limited token holders. This one too, we saw this one too. How the price can skyrocket within some hours. So sudden massive swings in price for a new coin should be viewed with caution. This unfortunately rings true if the token has no liquidity lock. Substantial price spikes in new DeFi coins are often signs of the pump before the dump, right? Investors skeptical about a coin's price movement can use a block explorer to check the number of coin holders. Exactly. A small number of holders makes the token makes the token susceptible to price manipulation. And that is what I just explained with the holders. That is small amount. Here the development team has the majority. Only 10 holders have 75%. So they are telling us that a small amount of holders makes the token susceptible to price manipulation. Exactly. They manipulate the price. Signs of small group of token holders could also mean that a few wallets can dump their positions and do severe and immediate damage to coins value. I explained this right now with the holders. They can manipulate it easily. Small amount. 10 holders have 75%, so they can do anything. And that is the value will drop and continue dropping. Suspiciously high yield. You see, because this is a rug pull, that is why this small group have almost 75% or 75% of the supply. Suspiciously high yield. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. It probably is. If the yield for a new coin seems suspiciously high, but it doesn't turn out to be a rug pull, it is likely a Ponzi scheme. When tokens offer an annual percentage yield in the triple digits, although not necessarily indicative of a scam, these high returns usually translate to equally high risk. Exactly. So high rate of return, high risk. That's what they're telling us. Because behind this is something that they create to attract, motivate. You have, they say, triple digits. Understand? So stake or buy this token, buy this coin, and have this kind of return. Have this amount of return, which is very, very high. So it's very, very high risk. No external audit. I mentioned this one too. With DEX, no audit, no control. Nothing is regulated. So if there is no external audit on the project, guys, be careful. So it is now standard practice for new cryptocurrencies to undergo a formal code audit process conducted by a reputable third party. One notorious example is Tether USDT, a centralized stablecoin whose team had failed to disclose that it held no fiat-backed asset. An audit is especially applicable for decentralized currencies, where default auditing for DeFi project is a must. However, potential investors shouldn't simply take a development team's word that an audit has taken place. The audit should be verifiable by a third party and show that nothing malicious was found in the code. You understand? Exactly. So that is it. There should be a proof of audit. Okay? Spotting a crypto rug pull scam, it takes some digging to spot that the project is actually a scam. It takes some digging. You have to, dig, go into detail, understand certain things to know that this project is a rug pull. So in 2021, an estimated $7.7 billion $7.7 billion was stolen from investors in rug pull cryptocurrency scams. These investors trusted that they were investing in legitimate projects, only to have the rug pull from beneath their feet. Only to have the rug pulled from beneath their feet. Before investing, it is worth taking the time to research new cryptos and to do one's due diligence before investing in a new project. So guys, the rug pull is there. It's there. It's live. It's alive. It's working. And there are many out there and many to come. Many rug pulls are to come. Some are still with us. So be careful in investing in these tokens or coins or this kind of project. So you have all the clue to check. In summary, you should check the holders. You should check the liquidity pool. If the liquidity pool is if the liquidity is locked, you should check that the project has some external party audit. Check the credibility of the developers, the white paper, and the website. Very, very important. And the high yield. You know, when the yield, the returns are high, be very, very cautious. You know, very, very cautious. And also limit sell orders. When you buy a coin or a token and you want to sell it immediately and it can't go, you cannot offload it. Guys, know that is something fishy. So this is what we wanted to share here with you guys. The LIMOCOIN price today is 0.016. You know, 0.01612, and it's going to go down and down and down. So please, thank you for watching this with me. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button to subscribe and activate the notification bell so that you don't miss our release. We'll keep our eyes on this and inform you whenever we get any change. Once again, thank you very much and keep safe.